Since the GameCube port had an additional several weeks of development, a lot of optimization and small changes are present. Tons of the textures in the game are also altered, and are improperly mapped in due to hasty work. Aspects like the portals and effects are also substantially different between the versions. A glitch only very few people have ever discovered, known as the pooping cow glitch, was actually a collision test developer Andrew Taju left in the game. By interviewing him, he told us that the game's tests were done in the hub world, specifically near the castle door. Also, now is a good time to mention that Jason's debug system he created to program the baby dragonflies is present in the final game. Typically, this kind of thing would be removed, however, it's possible to enable it. Doing so shows the point systems they fly between, with land and air variants. Let's allow Jason to briefly clarify how he created this.
But I remember working on the baby dragonflies. That was fun because I used my limited early AI knowledge then to come up with the program for that. I had the level designers basically like put a cloud of points around where the dragonfly could fly, and then I would code it so that the baby dragonfly could basically like fly between any of those points in the cloud as long as there was nothing blocking the way. It would kind of try to stay away from you and bank and turn.
Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of Spyro 4 Enter the Dragonfly. And in the last episode, we did the rumba beat with the tikis after taking out all the possessed totems and rescuing all the piggies. And in this episode, we're off back to the middle of the Dragon Realms in order to go to Cloud 9, because we haven't been there yet, and it's the next one on our Atlas list. But while going through, where is it? Missed the spot here. Ah, it's this bit. Yeah. I said that during Luau Island I couldn't remember the spot to swim out of bounds, and it was this corner, and I did try earlier, and I was trying to swim into the corner. It's not the corner that is upturned, it's actually the bit where it folds from the upturn. Right here, you can see where it's a little bit thinner, and then it goes thicker. If we swim right here, we go right through it. Oh. We go right through it. There we are. Kind of bugged out a little. There we are. Haven't actually done many, glitches in this playthrough so far, just the stuff that we've experienced as we were going. But yeah, for whatever reason, all the water outside of the fences doesn't have collision, so you're treated as being underwater and you can just swim, and you can already see like that other tunnel that leads to that other gate is kind of out of bounds. In fact, I see something over there that's kind of... Oh, that's a challenge gate! You can see those two little dots right there if I get right so the resolution's fine and zoom it in. Yeah, sparks, get out of the way. Yeah, that's just kind of a thing. You can see stuff out in the distance that you're not supposed to. Since we haven't actually got much to do in the hub world at the moment, might as well mess about here. This is probably the only like other dead space since going from Crop Circle to Luau Island is the dead space. Plus, I'm going to actually follow this path just so it actually does load in the rest of the area, because, I mean, this is the middle part of the Dragon Realm, as you can see it wasn't rendered, but now it is. But, you know when I mentioned that, that you can see some things that you're not supposed to, like if you, well, every time I reload my save, I kind of actually spawn in front of here, but I go back to outside the level that we finished, just for consistency. You can, for like, in the blackness, like when it's starting to fade from black, you can see Bianca just here for like a split second, like for a couple of frames. And if you look in this direction, you can see Hunter doing weird shenanigans, which we haven't actually seen yet, but maybe I'll catch that at some point, maybe when we come out of Cloud 9. But he is behind here. If I go out of bounds here for a moment... There he is! And for some reason he's stuck in his talk cycle. Also, you can see some sparkles in the floor over there. As I mentioned, if you're able to get out of bounds, you can easily just go swim under there, because that's the same portal that Ripto showed up in the cutscene. That's the final boss. You can easily just do that. And this also means that we could actually go over this gate and, you know, explore further. But as I mentioned already, you can just flame the padlocks, and with the lag, you can dash right through them. I haven't actually shown that off yet, but I might do that after we finish Cloud 9 before I actually use the ice breath to open that properly, because there's nothing stopping us from actually doing that. Speaking of, can I actually just talk to this guy? Also, the intro tunnel, as you just saw when we were going out of bounds there, it doesn't exist behind that door.
Hooray! You did it! The swirly thingy is working! Step right in, and it will take you up to the clouds. Try not to get dizzy. I did and almost lost my ham and sheep sandwich. Ha! Sheep? Did I say that?
Yeah, I think you mean lamb, but that swirly is now operational once again. I was going to go show something else off, but that's fine, because there's actually nothing behind there, so I don't need to do that. Oh, problem is, swirlies don't work well with swimming in the air. That's kind of a problem. I'll be right back, because the only way to... Actually, no, I'm going to keep this in. We'll cut back on getting back into Cloud 9, because the only way to actually get back into the normal kind of gameplay is that we have to enter a or shall I say, exit from below a body of water. Like we're surfacing from the water, we need to land on a water surface, and the river that's at the start there, that doesn't work. I've tried swimming out from underneath. It doesn't work because it's been enough water there. It's not programmed for us to actually go swimming. So if we just dive into this, we hit the surface of the water, and now we can run. So I'll meet you guys into Cloud 9.
Spyro, the magic of this sacred rune will grant you the power of Wing Shield.
That rune that we picked up wasn't for Ice Breath, it was for Wing Shield. Grabbed this on the way because we couldn't trigger that while swimming. Which, by the way, there wasn't a lot of, like, stuff out of bounds that is useful to, or just, you know, interesting to find out. Hunters is, like, you know, there, but Bianca isn't, and there's not actually that many other hidden developer stuff, except for maybe, like, where Bianca is underneath the ground here is a developer cube, and that's basically it. Wing Shield, I'll show that off in the next level. Mainly because it doesn't have a lot of use, honestly. It's used to block and even deflect projectiles. I think when you use it, you are invincible from most attacks. It is, as it is said, a shield. Just use the scales to protect yourself, but you are completely immobile when using it. So it's very situational, although it will be required way later on. Not too sure why they give you it this early. Also, I completely forgot to actually hand that in because I was just going to go straight in here. Also, the numbers didn't load in my HUD. Interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. This looks like Cloud Spires from Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. But this is in the Dragon Realms, not the Forgotten Realms.
Hey, Spyro! The Riptocs have invaded our palace and sabotaged the machines powering our hourglass. Your electric breath would be perfect for powering the machines. No one around here can get any sleep. Can you help us?
Sure thing. Now, how to use the wing shield? I believe it's just hold L and R. Yes, you hold L and R, which does it doesn't change your breath if you do it all at once, but it does bring up your inventory every time you want to use it, which is kind of an annoyance. Obviously, there's a couple more buttons on a DualShock, so it may be mapped a little bit differently. Make sure you check your help so you can actually see what your instructions are. Doesn't tell you about the gem finder though, that's too secretive. Because we don't have it available unless we beat the game, but I'll have everything recorded anyway. And to be fair, some gems are not as hard to find as they are in the other games, ironically enough. So, well, I should have actually probably let him attack me with the wing shield there, but now we have the rune for the Ice Breath, because that's a picture of a snowflake. Wouldn't it be funny if the wing shield rune was actually the picture of a wing and it gave us super flight? We wouldn't need to do the trick that we literally just did. But unfortunately, I think that's the only place you can actually do it in. I thought it was in Luau Island, it was in the spawn of Luau Island. Can we make that? Yeah, we can! This level seems a little bit more open than most. So, you can kind of go every which way and grab stuff, even at the end, which is a thing that I want to make mention, actually. So you know that the structure that I've kind of split these videos in so far is, you know, one, I go about halfway through the level, do a minigame gate, and or taking a portal to a minigame, and then that's basically what I call the halfway point. Yeah, both portals are after the end of the level, so we'll be stopping about 3/4 of the way through the level in order to have the time to actually fit it all in one go. In fact, you can see one right there. Oh, hang on a minute, I can go do this now. Never mind. We don't need to wait until the end of the level. Maybe I wasn't supposed to make that glide? I don't normally do things in this order, but it kind of just worked out, actually. As soon as I mention it, we can actually go do a minigame literally starting off this level. So you know what? Why the hell not? We're right here. So I am going to definitely finish off where I was thinking of, and it will definitely not be a short video at that point. It's kind of the reason why I wanted to show off the swim in the air glitch. It's so much more easier to pull off than in Spyro's 2 and 3, but because you can't swim in Spyro 1, the originals at least on PlayStation. But you know, you're not able to use it as often in this game. Sparks, you are frozen in place, my guy. Do you want to load? Are you feeling alright? Did I actually hit you with the ice breath I do not have? Did you touch the rune? That's bad juju. Since we dealt with Tikis, that kind of makes sense. Okay, this is worrying because my disc is actually clicking. It didn't actually do it, so yeah, we'll go do the time attack like we usually do. Well, we don't need to worry about being fast because there's no skill points to earn, but yeah, another speedway! That's an easy 2 Dragonflies right there. Well, I say easy, the race could be quite tight. Seriously, the races in this game are actually quite difficult. It's like, they develop these speedways pretty well, I will admit. I did not see that ring there. That's a problem. Can I do this real quick? Okay. Oh. Salvaged! Okay, we'll take it. I went through the ring and it didn't count. I did go on an angle, admittedly. Don't know why I landed on there, but salvaged. We'll try, I guess. As long as I don't keep missing everything at the very start. Right, you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. Right, let's go. Collect our power stars. But yeah, my GameCube was beginning to sound like its successor, the Wii, for a moment there. It was having trouble reading the disc. I will admit, my disc is quite scratched. As most old games tend to be. It's not like I abused it, it's just how I got it, because it was a second-hand game, it wasn't bought brand new. For me, at least. But it's kind of funny, considering that I don't actually have that many loading issues, in terms of, you know, stuff that's not out of the ordinary for the game itself. And what I mean by that is that the AI not loading properly, that's a game fault, that's nothing to do with the disc. But when it's actually trying to start things up like that, that's the disc. Because that definitely took longer than it should have done. Right, so we got that. Now we take to the skies, and I think I want a U-turn, actually. So I'm actually flying in toward them. Yeah, there we go. We should be able to still make this. I'm actually doing pretty good here. I'm flying right into them, which is perfect. Kind of using... Can I change my breath? I can! Alright, lightning breath will be a lot more accurate, actually, because at least then it's always set. Okay, where's the last guy? Where's the last guy? There we go! Screwed up at the very start, and very badly, I might add. Still got it, first try. Those stars are huge. And that's not going off the screen, by the way. The game's kind of letterboxed itself for cinematics. As you do. But we do not want to try that again.
Hey, it's Toshi's station.
So, yeah, throughout all that as well, we didn't have any clickiness going on my GameCube. As soon as it finally loaded the cutscene with sparks, it kind of stopped. It's now running smoothly again. The GameCube, I mean. Simple enough? Not actually. Once again, we need to get all of the blue stars. Like, you basically need to get every single one, because if we don't, we're not gonna win. We had a little bit more leeway last time, but I probably missed a couple of blue stars, honestly, but basically have to get them all this time. I'm just trying to find them. Okay, so I can shock them with my lightning breath, because pretty sure my flame breath wasn't actually stunning them before. Either that or they just weren't animated to do that. Okay, so we'll just segue over this way. Grab you and sharp turn. There we go. Sail right through this one. Okay, I'm having a bit of trouble steering. The frame rate is dying. Seriously, this level has got a bit too much going on visually. It's all these, like, spires and the multicolours of the rainbow, I'd assume. Oh, shoot. There was a star there and I missed it. Yeah, you're supposed to get that and sail all the way through these. I'm just gonna do this. That was actually the end of the first lap, by the way. The lap literally ends with a triple ring like that. It's actually quite a short one in comparison to what we had in Dragonfly Dojo. Bonsai Speedway. I was trying to remember the name for a second now. I just couldn't. But yeah, Bonsai Speedway. These are the 3 rings I was on about. Those were the 2 of the 3. And then we start from here, so need to keep an eye out for those stars. And I'm going to keep Lightning Breath. It's kind of something that we need. It's too much architecture. The frames can't handle it. I'm going to go over here. The music's kind of stopped. I'm not hearing loading from my GameCube. I don't know if it's going to actually restart the music or not. Oh! That was a cannon. Well, I've got a straight coming up here, so maybe I could snipe somebody. Go for you! Oh, I actually do home in! And it ignored that guy. Wait, it went into the wall. I don't know where that was supposed to be going. Oh, yeah, right, I forget. The rockets don't actually show up until you at least give up at least once. But yeah, it actually did arc there, but it still went into a wall, so I don't know where it was actually targeting. If it was actually targeting the person in front, but during Bonsai Speedway, they weren't working properly, as far as I could tell. So, I didn't bother with them, really. Okay, so we've got 2 right here, but he's going the wrong way. Where's he going? Oh, that's probably the other part of the level. Like, previous part of the race. Over this one again, because it's en route. Alright, let's see where that goes. It's not homing in. They're not very reliable, these rockets. They've proved me wrong in terms of, like, actual functionality, but they don't seem to lock on very well, still. Keep forgetting about that star! I just barely missed it, that's not good. We'll shock you. You were not in second place. You've been lapped. Probably multiple times, in fact, at this point, if I'm stooped third. I don't think I'm going to do this. I missed that star again. That's the star at the very end is the one that I keep missing. I might have to speed up. Try again. I'm this far, I'm going to push. Do we use that same star twice, or do they only does it only render the stuff that we need at the time? I think the original trilogy did that as well. I missed the rocket, that's scary. I don't know if I could have actually... I missed the ring! Oh my god! Oh, somehow I made Spyro do the thing with his wings. I don't know how I did that, but we'll take it, I guess. Slipstream! Oh, he stopped. Could you... Spyro. Why are you doing this to me? I'm like, oh, this is cool. Oh, well, you took it away from me. Whoa, okay. Almost broke there. Right, now let's speed up and actually get on with this. Woohoo! No! The rocket homed in, but it didn't turn sharply enough. I couldn't actually hit the person in first place, although we've still got 2 boost stars to go through, so maybe you don't have to get every single one. Maybe I was just playing bad. Sharp turn. We'll grab this. Yeah, kind of cut back there. Missed that one. That is fine. We'll just sail through these 2 rings. And boom, we have done it. Yeah, the rockets, I just don't bother with. Clearly, they don't work as intended, although they do home in. They're very picky and choosy on how they home in. My point from Bonsai Speedways do stands, don't bother with the rockets. It's just they have some form of functionality. It's just not useful.
Hey, it's Grayson.
What residents of the Speedway? I didn't see anybody hanging around here. Oh, time to leave. I mean, sure, but we don't have a reason to come back. We just got the 2 dragonflies. Yeah, a bit weird that we didn't exactly have any spectators. Otherwise it would have made more sense. I mean, again, because of changes that happened during production, maybe there was supposed to be some characters that you would interact with in order to do like a 3rd challenge or something. So you would get a 3rd dragonfly if the speedway is supposed to be separate levels as intended. But unfortunately they weren't. So they had to be... Again though, the speedways do fit the theme of the level that they're inside, which I've got no problems with. So that's fine, because they used to fit the theme of the hub world that they're in. Maybe that was supposed to be the case as well. Maybe you would have Luau Island in a beach-themed hub world or something. Not too sure. Also, I'm actually able to move without sliding on the floor. Hoggers. Alright, so that was it for this segment. I mean, we're still technically at the beginning of the level. Can I land on this real quick? Ah! Yes! As I said, the hover has a decent boost. So, I want to make my way over here. Okay, I was too low for that one, that's fair enough. Let's get rid of you. Still haven't shown off the wing shield yet, actually, but I'll, the next enemy that I come across that I haven't defeated yet, I'll have to make a mental note to actually protect myself against. Just so I can show that off. I don't think we can actually go anywhere else because it's too far, unless I can make this jump. No, definitely. Definitely. I don't even think I'm going around the level in the right order, but... I feel like I always do this level in different orders, even... Excuse me. Game broke with the frame rate, so clearly I hit the basket, but the basket didn't want to de-render and explode, so... Rude, I guess? My god, the frames. Yep, this level's way too busy for its own good. So many things are rendered. But you remember what we actually needed to do in this level? We needed to activate all of these beacons in order to power the magical hourglass that, I guess, gives them dreams. There we are. I'd have shot that pylon. I didn't want to do none. There we go. Oh, somehow I shot that one. Alright, that one's all set. Let's beam going. Where to next? Seems like this way is a good idea. She's pots, get an extra 1-up that's just sitting here. Thank you, kind sir. Or madam, or whoever put that there. I'm Figment. Actually, I think that fits because of the level that we're in. Anyway, now that we're here, we can actually make our way down to this bit over here. Actually, I think if I did another hover, I probably would have been able to make it from the start. I was thinking I thought that was a dragonfly bouncing around. I won't worry about that for now. That out. Got these single gems that are all around here. Ah! Oh boy, I'm playing with fire. I should be using my fire instead of trying to dash into them, but it's just more reliable to pick up the gems because they guarantee flying into you instead of sparks needing to do it. And if they, you know, if you break the pot in any other way and the gem falls into the pit, well, you're gonna have to reload the area in order to get the gem. And I don't want to do that, so... Alright, so I got all that. I don't think there's actually much else I can do at the start here. In fact, that... Whoa, camera, what the hell? Yeah, that speedway was actually right above start as well, so I guess that was quite perfect. We'll get the first area here done, and then I think we'll do the rest of the level in another time. We can push a little bit more for now. I did that time wrong again! Well, first death in wherever, I think, actually. Did I die once? I think that might have been my second death. Is that my first death or second death? I can't remember. I mean, that's a stupid way to lose a life, granted, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take it as we go. Yeah, we can flame these bushes, by the way, and they actually do get burnt, and they actually modeled really well. They're like almost photorealistic. Like, Pikmin. But the thing is that, again, there's no skill points, and that would feel like something skill point related. So, we'll do it anyway, because, you know, I'm like that, and I'm not using the wing shield. Let's use it against this guy. Wants to slap me with a pillow. Oh, okay, that still hurts me. Fair enough. So the wing shield doesn't work with that. I think it only protects with projectiles, honestly. And certain projectiles can be deflected, like using a mirror shield in Zelda. So, or just using a shield bash in any Zelda game that has it. Or shield attack, whatever you want to call it. I've already been there. I've basically done everything out here, except for on top of this structure. But there's not really any way I can make that, I don't think. Curiosity's going to get the best of me, I know it. There we are. Can I actually make the jump? Is it lower or is it higher? It looks higher, actually, now I think about it. We'll give it a good old college try. It is too high. And I didn't land on the platform. Okay. Yeah, those gems in particular are supposed to be left to near the end of the level, but I thought maybe if I could trick a jump. But unfortunately, it's just a little bit too... Yeah, definitely. It's higher than the platform that we start on, which doesn't help. At least with the platform below, it juts out just a bit more, and it's level. So, actually, no, it's a little bit lower. So, that would definitely be the reason why we could have made that. Getting over there, but not getting back. So... Anyways, big long ass corridor here, very thick. Again, goes back to my theory that they basically increase the size of the level by a ×2, ×3, ×4 factor in some parts. Got some water here. Hop in here real quick. Smack that. Frame rate is still dying. I don't know what would be rendered outside of this room, considering you can't see nothing. There's walls literally on every side, but clearly the game's doing something that we don't see. Yeah, culling, as I said, is very selective. Again, that's probably to attribute to the fact that multiple changes had to be made and they couldn't polish it. As long as the game actually functioned and you could complete it from start to finish, that's all that mattered, really. So at least then it's a finished game, quote-unquote. That looked very strange. I tried to do a flutter, and I went for a ground pound. I don't think I went into my glide. That might have been what happened. Because you can't do the flutter otherwise. I didn't even need it that time. Just make our way up. I haven't found any dragonflies on the way yet. Right, can I protect from your shots? Oh, you're aiming with a bow. There we go. We deflected it. And that's the shield in action. But to be fair, you can just easily just run up to them and smack them before they even have a chance to fire at you. So again, the wing shield is very situational and borderline required at certain points. We've got a big area here. I think what we're going to do is cover this area in the next episode, because we did a speedway, which does take a bit of time, as well as messing about in the hub world for a bit. So, in the next episode, guys, we're going to be doing the rest of Cloud 9 in the next episode. See you guys then.